Off the top here at 4 o'clock, Russian forces attacking a village near Kyiv, destroying homes that had families inside. Now more children are being added to Ukraine's devastating death toll.
Sanctioned and seized multi-million-dollar yachts belonging to Russia's million and billionaires being taken by authorities. Good afternoon, everybody. It has been 9 days of pure hell.
And the attacks in Ukraine are intensifying, not letting up here. 7's Joe Rotes live in the Plex with the latest on the battle for Ukraine, Joe.
Russia continues to make small and sometimes large advances against Ukraine, with 92% of its staged troops now in the country. Those soldiers capturing Europe's largest nuclear power plant, raising new concerns around the world. Heavy shelling at a critical nuclear power plant sparking a blaze. Firefighters got a handle on the flames and smoke as Russian troops took control of the Ukrainian facility.
It is time for action.
The International Atomic Energy Agency confirming no radiation was released. Still, global concerns of a nuclear catastrophe remain high.
It alone could be as dangerous as 6 Chernobyls. This is terror on an unprecedented level.
NATO and European Union leaders all condemning the attack.
This just demonstrates the recklessness of this war and the importance of ending it.
On Friday, Russian President Vladimir Putin warned neighboring nations not to interfere. Russia's attacks growing more brazen, reducing cities to rubble. One image shows a Ukrainian soldier carrying an infant from the remains of a bombed bridge.
President Biden has been clear that we are not going to get into a war with Russia.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Brussels explaining why airspace over Ukraine cannot be shut down.
The only way to actually implement something like a no-fly zone is to send NATO planes into Ukrainian airspace and to shoot down Russian planes, and that could lead to a full-fledged war.
At home, the New York Times reporting senior White House officials designing the strategy to confront Russia have begun quietly debating a new concern, that the avalanche of sanctions directed at Moscow, which have gained speed faster than they imagined, is cornering President Vladimir Putin and may prompt him to lash out, perhaps expanding the conflict beyond Ukraine. President Joe Biden meeting with the president of Finland at the White House, talking about efforts to stop Russia.
We're committed to helping Ukraine defend itself and in support of the humanitarian needs of the Ukrainian people. And we're coordinating on everything from sanctions to export controls.
Meanwhile, the harsh reality from which more than 1 million have escaped, creating a humanitarian crisis not seen in decades.
I tell my mom that I will go to abroad to save my life. Mom was crying and telling me that maybe she never see me again.
A round of talks between Russia and Ukraine did end with one tentative agreement to set up safe corridors to evacuate citizens and deliver food and medicine, but the necessary details still have to be worked out. We're live in the Newsplex. Joe Rotes, 7 News.
Stories of the Ukrainian people heartbreaking. Thank you, Joe. And stay with 7 News as the battle for Ukraine rages on. Updates on air, online, and across all of our social media platforms.